Peter, I have our next guest was on once before, but I've known her for, I would guess, about 20 years, and is a great entrepreneur, a professional entrepreneur, I would call her, or a professional for entrepreneurs. It's Ann Rader, President and CEO of InStream. Welcome, Ann.
Thanks, Jeffrey. Nice to be here.
Thank you. Tell our listeners what InStream is all about.
InStream's mission is to deliver targeted messages for and increase customer engagement for national retailers and advertisers. So we have software technology and marketing programs that connect consumers at the point of sale. We either do it through consumer receipts or digitally or through mobile phones. National retailers are looking for a way to increase customer engagement by delivering value. And they do that either through their own internal programs, through analysis on what's relevant to a shopper and what's important to them to increase their own savings with their basket size. And they do it with national partners. The majority of the partners are consumer packaged goods companies, but also national advertisers like Dish and DirecTV. And the idea is that the retailer has the touch point to the consumer. And so the advertisers are able to deliver their targeted messages through the retailer touch points, which is on the front of the consumer receipt, or digitally through email marketing communications, which house the consumer receipt, and then connect to the mobile phones that the consumers have shared their phone numbers. So the retailer has all of the real estate to touch the customer in an intimate way by having their email addresses or their phone numbers. And the advertisers can be assured that if they're sending a targeted communication, it's to the right customer and how the customer wants to be touched.
So who hires you?
The CMO of the major retailer hires us because they are then looking for a new marketing tool to be able to touch the customer and increase their engagement. And then we work with brand managers, CMOs of major packaged goods companies and their shopper marketing teams to be able to, in fact, define and graph the right offers that they would want to send to their targeted shoppers in this retailer network.
That's fascinating. So how do you price your service?
We price our product by cost per thousand for advertising. So if you wanted to put an offer into a digital receipt program, there's a price for delivering it digitally. In some cases, national retailers like our software and want to use it for internal programs only to enhance their CRM, as you mentioned, Jeff. And so this is another touch point, in which case we license the software and operate it for them on a monthly basis.
So this is not your traditional, brick and mortar business. I get a sense that you were brought in for a specific reason. You're not a technology person. There must be very aggressive growth goals with a specific outcome for the business.
Yes. Well, our outcome is to increase our entire retail footprint so that today we print 250 million messages a month. And we have 38,000 points of distribution, which are retail touch points. In the future, we could grow to 50,000 retail touch points and double the size of the monthly printing we do from. So the exit for the business is clearly to find a strong strategic partner that we can add our delivery tools and our marketing programs to a larger concern.
Let's say I'm Wegmans. And I'm thinking of using your product. I don't know if they do or don't, so I'm not asking you that. By using your services, how does that give me a competitive advantage over, let's say, Star Market or Whole Foods?
Yes, it gives you a competitive advantage because it gives you a stealth way to touch me. When you go into a Wegmans and you buy something, you're now getting something on your receipt or in your email that's very specific to you. So it's one more touch point engagement that's very personal. It's you to Wegmans and Wegmans to you. You've availed yourself to Wegmans because you've given them the phone number and the email address. And now you've said, I vote for the Wegmans brand.